Welcome back to the Creative Whispers art journaling game. Here's my video for October of 2025. Sit back and enjoy watching me paint with watercolors while I explain this game. So the game was started by Lisa Young, and her brilliant idea was to play a game of telephone except with art journaling videos. So what happens is Lisa picks a prompt. I believe she picks a prompt out of a jar of prompts that she has. And then she, based on the prompt, makes a page in an art journal, and she films herself doing it, and she edits this video. And then she passes her video on to the next player of the game. This month, the next player of the game was Gabrielle Heckenbucker. Gabrielle does not know what the prompt was, but she watches Lisa's video. She's the only one at this point to see Lisa's video. And she watches Lisa's video, and she has to decide, what does she think the prompt of the month was? And then, based on what she thinks that prompt was, she goes into her studio and she films herself doing some art journaling using that prompt as inspiration. After she edits her video, she passes it on to the next person, which this month happens to be me. So what you see here right now is me doing some art journaling based on only having seen Gabrielle Heckenbucker's video number 2 in this round, and me not knowing at all what the prompt is, but just guessing what the prompt is based on what I saw Gabrielle do in her video. I then make this video that you're here watching. I film myself, I edit it, I put in the sound, and then I pass my video on to the next player, which this month, the 4th player in this round is Tina Hoyes. And all Tina has access to is the video that you're watching right now. And then Tina is going to make her own video, and she is going to then edit that video, put sound in, and we're all going to upload all 4 of these videos onto YouTube, and then we're going to let everybody in our communities know that these videos are there and available on the first day of October 2025. Now you are lucky because you have the opportunity to watch all 4 of the videos to see what was in our minds as we were watching each other's videos down the thread of videos. And then you can go ahead and you can use these videos as inspiration for your own art journaling. Like maybe you pick up a technique or 10 techniques. You can just watch these as entertainment, kind of like Netflix of art journaling. You can watch all 4 videos, guess what you think the prompt is, and you can do your own art journaling, and then you can post pictures of it on Instagram using the hashtag. Let's see, what would the hashtag be this month? It would be October Creative Whispers. I think that's what it is. Anyway, I'll put the right hashtag in the description of the video. So you can also make your own YouTube video. If you're someone who has a YouTube channel and you like making videos and editing videos and all that goes into it, go ahead and make your own video and use that same hashtag. And also let Lisa Young know that you've made a video, because every month Lisa creates a unique playlist on her YouTube channel, Lisa Young Art. And yeah, and then your video will live on the master playlist. So, okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to show you how I kept painting. And this was a lot of my process this month. It just so happens that I absolutely love and adore watercolor, leaf, and floral painting. If you know anything about me, you know that. And yeah, and so I took this opportunity to have a really nice long session, just very, very slowly painting these leaves and florals. And because the journal that I'm currently working in is a brand new journal that I've made. So I make these journals. They're called sidekick journals. I did not invent the concept, but a sidekick journal is any journal that you keep at your side while you're making art. And then you unload all of your excess pigment, your excess anything that you're working on, you can unload into the journal. And I kind of combined the idea of a sidekick journal and a junk journal. And my journal that I finished up a few months ago is my favorite journal that I've ever made, like my favorite art journal. It's incredible. And it was with me pretty much the entire year last year. 2025, like end of 2024, beginning of 2025, or no, sorry, end of 2024, most of 2025. I had this other sidekick journal that just lived at my side, and I filled it all up. I have very few open spaces left in that sidekick journal. So I made a brand new sidekick journal this month. And that the new sidekick journal that you see right here in the lower right corner of the video, that journal came about as just kind of part of the process of making materials for Fodder School. We were working on Fodder School 4. It was September's lessons with Amanda Trout from Reality Arts. She also has a YouTube channel. I'll link to her YouTube channel below. And I used a lot of the materials from that Fodder School class as my inspiration for a new sidekick journal. And also, as far as like my style of art journaling, it's very contemplative, and it's very much about whatever I'm thinking a lot about in the moment. I'm an overthinker. Maybe you could even say I'm a deep thinker, although I definitely don't consider myself to be like super duper smart, but I definitely like have a propensity toward thought. It's interesting that I'm kind of realizing right now. I don't have a propensity, and I've talked about this before in different videos. My brain does not work where I close my eyes and see pictures or images of art that I want to create. It doesn't work like that at all. But what happens when I close my eyes or even have my eyes open is I'm constantly thinking. It's just how my mind works. I've learned to accept it. And it helps me to get my thoughts, emotions, and ideas out into an art journal. And also just the simple act of making the art does very much calm my nervous system. I talk about this all the time everywhere. I need to calm my nervous system, probably because I'm an overthinker. And anyway, so in the moment that I am creating this brand new sidekick journal for myself, it just so happens that something really, really just historic kind of happened. And it's got me thinking a lot about some stuff that maybe I'd thought about it before, but never quite in the same way that I'm thinking about it now. And so I don't want to go into like gory details. I know when people watch art videos, the last thing they want to do is really think about the real world. So I'm not going to go into real world problems, but I will say some things. So while I was filming these videos, I was listening using my Alexa to a mix of songs from Taylor Swift. And you're going to see this happen as the video progresses. And maybe what I'll do is I'll speed this up. And yeah, I will, by the time you will have seen this, I will have already actually sped this up because this is such a long process of me doing these watercolor paintings. But yeah, I'll wait until the part where I start transcribing the lyrics from a Taylor Swift song to tell you about why I was doing that. So, okay, enjoy the rest of the painting. Okay, so at this point, I'm waiting for my watercolor leaves and florals to dry. And I've also got this background that developed with all the excess pigment that I was wiping off in my sidekick journal. And I decided to try something that I've personally never tried before, which is just scraping gesso over watercolor background. And it's really a satisfying process and very fun. And I end up using the credit card to actually create lines in the page. I do really like to write in my journals. I don't consider them just art journals. They're also kind of writing journals. And as I was filming all of this, I think I mentioned a few seconds ago that I was listening to Taylor Swift songs. And of course, while you're listening to songs, I mean, not of course, but like sometimes you're listening to songs and all of a sudden the lyrics really hit you. Like, how good are these lyrics? You know, whether you're a Taylor Swift fan or not, I hope you can appreciate that some of her lyrics are really, really good lyrics. And anyway, so I end up creating lines on my page in my journal that I can do some writing on. And what ends up happening is I just start transcribing random lyrics from her song Bad Blood, which I highly recommend you listen to this song. So I can't play it because that's a copyright violation, but I wish I could. Anyway, it just so happens that the lyrics of that song are very relevant to the theme of my journal. And once again, I said I am not going to exactly go into the politics of what is going on in the world right now, but I have a beef with all these social media companies and this thing that I now know is called rage porn, and the whole kind of the algorithm pushing on us these things that enrage us and cause so much pain right now in the world. And I kind of, when I was making this journal, this sidekick journal, I was like, that's what I want to think about when I'm art journaling. I want to think about what's happened, why it happened, and how we're going to get out of this. Now, I know I'm not stupid. I can't control anybody else but myself. But it's like, how am I going to extract myself from sort of the rage economy? And I'm listening to this Taylor Swift song and I'm like, wow, you could totally apply the lyrics of her song, Bad Blood, to our relationship with these social media companies that push their rage porn on us to keep us doom scrolling. So yeah, you'll see me write out a lot of random lyrics from her song. I also thought my camera was rolling while I fussy cut out all the watercolor leaves and florals, but it turned out I was totally wrong. My camera was not rolling while I was doing that. So this video is just gonna skip over the whole part of me doing the fussy cutting and get right into finishing off the page. All right, I've decided which pieces I'm going to put on the page. The book itself is pretty small. It's about 4 inches by 6 inches. It doesn't fit a ton on each page, which is nice because you don't have to spend forever on every journal page. And yeah, at this moment, that's when I start thinking, okay, I'm going to grab a pencil and start writing all these lyrics. And in the background, what you don't hear is me playing her song on repeat as I just kind of go into this meditative flow of sort of semi-asemic writing. I wouldn't call it completely asemic writing, but I'm just kind of like writing these lyrics and thinking about them on a deeper level. And it comes to my sort of my mind that, oh my gosh, you could totally apply these lyrics to our terrible bad blood relationship with social media companies and their algorithms. So that was kind of cathartic. I finish off writing that out and thinking about it, and then it's time to attach my pieces. But before I start attaching them, I grab this really old masking tape that I rescued off of some old photographs that were taped into a picture frame. And as I was taking the photographs out of the picture frame, I was like, oh my gosh, this masking tape that's old and yellowed and not sticky anymore This is gold for art journaling. So I take some of the lyrics of the song and I turn these lyrics really into the focal point and kind of the whole point of the art journaling exercise. For me at least, right? Because as I'm doing this, I'm contemplating like how does this song relate to this thing that I'm going through right now? About rethinking my relationship with social media and these algorithms and these companies. And the lyric from the song, "These wounds, they last and they last." I think that's what it was. You'll see it here. These kind of wounds, they last and they last. It's just as I'm doing this, I'm really thinking of like, can I really go back in time to a point where I don't know on like a visceral level how destructive social media has become to humanity and how deeply these wounds that are being created and how divisive the rhetoric is on social media and how dangerous it's all become. And look, I'm into free speech. I really do not want to limit free speech. And I have no answers, like zero answers. I do not know what to do about the problem that we have. But something is broken. And it's getting really, really, really destructive and unsettling. So anyway, I know you're not watching this to think about me talking about this stuff. I know people watch our videos because they want to detach. And I guess maybe if you follow me, then just know that I'm sensitive to that. And at the same time, I have to allow myself with my art for the honest truth of it to come out and not always be hidden. So it's kind of like a constant balancing act of really saying what I have in my heart, but not freaking people out, I guess. Because I don't want to, it's not my goal. I don't want to freak people out. And I know, again, I know that you watch this to relax and escape. So it's not the easiest balancing act or tightrope act that I'm doing. It's also not lost on me that a lot of art journal pages, mine in particular, can kind of be very pretty from a, quick look, a quick glance. It's like, oh, there's that pretty art, the butterfly, the flowers, the colors, so pretty. But, oftentimes what's behind it is struggle and thought. And yeah, and that's my creative whispers for October 2025. I hope you've been inspired to do your art journaling and that you'll play the game with us in whatever way works for you.